सर आहेत ना मॅडम?
हो आहे ना.
ओके.
आहे.
झाले 10:30 झाले. करू सुरू?
हो मॅडम पण तयार आहे.
जस्ट अ मिनिट. 1 minute ma'am please. नहीं होता क्या?
एक मिनिट सांग त्या कोणाला तरी की YouTube लिंक वसाके सरांना सांगा की ग्रुपवर टाका बाकीच्या. बरं, तर तुम्ही याच्यावर आहे, मी याच्यावरच आहे.
बारी मॅडम
करू शकते सुरू सुवर्णा. हा कर.
ओके. आवाज येतोय ना माझा?
हा येतो.
On this beautiful morning, I, Suvarna Nalge, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, is pleased to host this event, and I wish you all a very pleasant day. On the behalf of organizing committee, I take this opportunity to welcome all our guests and participants to the national webinar on the extremely relevant topic of the time, self-help group and women empowerment, organized by Department of Home Economics, Sri Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, Rajura. I'm delighted to welcome Dr. S.M. Warkad sir, Principal Sri Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, Rajura, and Chairperson of today's this national webinar. Today, we have a privilege to have with us Dr. Savita Shetty ma'am, who shall be reflecting on the theme of this webinar. I welcome you, ma'am. Further, I extend our sincere welcome, to Dr. Rajesh Kherani sir, Vice Principal of Sri Shivaji College. I heartily welcome Dr. Malish Reddy, IQAC Coordinator of our college. I extend my warm welcome to Dr. Vanita Vanjari, Head of the Department, Home Economics, Sri Shivaji College, Rajura. I welcome all the academicians, students, research scholars who have registered for this national webinar and join us on this virtual platform. Now, let us have the pleasure of listening to the opening remark. I would like to request Dr. Vanita Vanjari, ma'am, Head of the Department of Home Economics and convener of this webinar, to throw some light on the purpose of organizing this webinar. I request ma'am to put her introductory remark. Over to you, ma'am.
थैंक यू सुवर्णा. सबसे पहले मैं इस वेबिनार को ज्वाइन हुए सभी सदस्यों को सादर प्रणाम करती हूँ. मैं डॉक्टर वनिता वंजारी, सहायक प्राध्यापक, गृह अर्थशास्त्र विभाग प्रमुख, आज दिनांक 19 अप्रैल 2022 के नेशनल वेबिनार के अध्यक्ष हमारे महाविद्यालय के प्राचार्य डॉक्टर एस.एम. वारकड़ सर, इस कार्यक्रम के स्पीकर डॉक्टर सविता शेट्टी मैडम, प्राचार्य कला महिला महाविद्यालय बीड़, हमारे महाविद्यालय के उपप्राचार्य डॉक्टर खिरानी सर, IQAC कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर मल्लेश सर, डॉक्टर संजय शेंडे सर, इस वेबिनार से जुड़े सभी प्राध्यापक, विद्यार्थी, सभी का मैं स्वागत करती हूँ. आज का वेबिनार का विषय सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप एंड वुमेन्स एम्पावरमेंट, स्वयं सहायता समूह व महिला सक्षमीकरण. इस विषय सिलेक्ट करने का मुख्य उद्देश्य यह है कि हमारे महाविद्यालय में 75% छात्राएं ग्रामीण इलाके से है. इन छात्राओं में यह धारणा है कि पढ़ने से क्या नौकरी मिलने वाली है. इस वजह से शिक्षा में रुचि कम होती जा रही है. इन छात्राओं को मैं बताना चाहती हूँ कि पढ़ाई सिर्फ नौकरी के लिए नहीं है. अगर आप शिक्षित हो तो आपका जीवन सुखमय होगा. हम देखते हैं कि स्वयं सहायता समूह सभी जिलों में सक्रिय है, कार्यरत है. मुख्यतः ग्रामीण इलाकों में ज्यादा सक्रिय है. इन स्वयं सहायता ग्रुप में शिक्षित महिलाओं की कमी है. अगर शिक्षित महिला के इस समूह में शामिल हुई तो इन समूह का काम आसान हो सकता है, क्योंकि इस समूह का संबंध बैंक से है. अगर हम शिक्षित महिला इस समूह सहायता समूह में शामिल हुई तो इनका काम आसान हो सकता है। इसका परिणाम महिला सशक्तिकरण होने से कोई भी नहीं रोक सकता। इतना कहते हुए मैं पूर्ण विराम लेती हूँ। धन्यवाद। सुवर्णा।
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your introductory remark. Since 1980s, India has invested significantly in self-help groups and other women's groups to improve gender equality and women's empowerment. Self-help groups have emerged as an important mechanism to bring about socio-economic change in society. Various studies indicate the positive impact that self-help groups have had on employment generation, savings, incomes, poverty alleviation, and women empowerment. So does participation in self-help groups empower women? Can self-help group contribute to women's sustainable development? स्व सहायता समूह किस प्रकार महिलाओं को आत्मनिर्भर बनने में मदद करते हैं? What is the role of women self-help group in their development? What type of role do women play in the self-help group? To answer these and many more other questions, we have Dr. Savita Shetty ma'am, who is the speaker of today's webinar. I take privilege to invite eminent speaker of today's national webinar. I request Dr. Chetna Bongade ma'am, Head Department of Mathematics, to introduce Dr. Shetty ma'am. Over to you, Dr. Chetna Bongade ma'am.
स्पीकर बंद आहे त्यांचा, म्यूट आहे.
Bongade ma'am, please unmute yourself. Bongade ma'am, please unmute yourself.
A very good morning to one and all. Respected dignitaries present on the panel, resource person, organizer, and dear participant. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome and introduce Dr. Savita Shetty madam. Ma'am has 35 years of teaching experience and 30 years of administrative experience. She has worked as Deputy Registrar at Swami Ramananda Tirtha Marathwada University, Nanded. She served Principal at Mauli Vidyapeeth Mahila Kala Mahavidyalaya, Bid. She was the member of Senate, member of Academic Council, and member of Ad hoc Board in Home Science. She was the NAC peer team member and visited 18 colleges in various states for assessment and accreditation. She has worked for all non-agriculture universities and colleges in Maharashtra, formed by the Director of Higher Education. Also, the member of study group for the preparation of academic calendar. Madam was a member of study group on girls' education till 12th standard, formed by Marathwada Vikas Mandal. She was the trainer for UGC SM SAM workshop for the capacity building of women's manager in higher education. Dr. Shetty madam has received so many awards and honors such as Punya Shlok Ahilyabai Hokar Award for social work for the women and children by the Society Welfare Department, Government of Maharashtra for the year 2000-2001. Aadhar Stambha Award for the awareness of superstitious eradication by Maharashtra Andhashraddha Nirmulan Samiti for the year 2004 and 2013. Kartutvavan Mahila Gaurav Manchinna Award for the excellent work in education field for 2008. Let Mrs. Radhabai Kulkarni Memory Award for social work by Anti-Dowry Movement, Mumbai for the year 2013-14. Sri Shakti Award for the social work in the field of superstitious eradication and awareness for the environment protection by Bid Nagarpalika. Kranti Jyoti Savitribai Phule Prerna Puraskar for the work in the field of Andhashraddha Nirmulan by Maharashtra Andhashraddha Nirmulan Samiti. Krutadnyata Puraskar for raising funds for MANS by Maharashtra Andhashraddha Nirmulan Samiti. Jivan Gaurav Puraskar for excellent and social and extension work by NSS, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad for the year 2016-17. Adarsha Pracharya Puraskar for excellent and quality work in education field by Basawaratna Kai Pracharya, T.S. Kadge Swarnarth, Latur for 2018. National Education Excellence Award for the excellent work in the education field by Lifestar Global Welfare Foundation for the year 2019. Also, Bharat Ratna Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam International Honor Award for excellent work in education field by peer-reviewed research journal Universal Research Round for the year 2019. She has organized 18 national, state, regional level seminar, workshop, conference on the topics related to education, home science, women, environment, and social issues. She has participated in more than 125 international, national, state, and regional level seminar, workshop, and conferences. Ma'am has presented 41 academic and research papers in international, national, state, regional level conferences. She has published 15 research papers in journals and article in newspaper written on various educational and social issues. Also, she delivered more than 20 radio talks and interviews on various topics at Akashwani Bid. She was the member in panel discussion on Doordarshan Sahyadri Vahini in Lokmanas program on National Service Scheme and Youth on 11 December 2009. It was live telecast. She was the resource person, chairperson in more than 101 international, national, state, regional level seminar, workshop, and conferences. She is working as an activist in Marathwada Andhashraddha Nirmulan Samiti. Also work as State Secretary, Women Participation Wing, Maharashtra Andhashraddha Nirmulan Samiti. Presently, she is working as a State Secretary, National Coordination, Maharashtra Andhashraddha Nirmulan Samiti. Also the Vice President of Bharat Jodo Yuva Academy, NGO. She was worked as a member of District Bid Committee for Empowerment of Women, ICDS Monitoring, Dowry Election, Sarvasha Abhiyan, Extension, Vidhi Se Pracharan, Anodya Scheme, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Scheme. Ma'am has active work for society. Has organized Nandwa program of deaf, dumb, blind, physically handicapped, orphan, leprosy, and HIV affect children. Prepared Dr. Vikas Samte Anandavan. Also, Madam has conducted 25 workshops on Vayat Etanna, sexual and reproductive health for adolescent young girls and their mothers. Also, she actively participated in camp of increasing the child sex ratio in B district. So, with the state level campaign on awareness of gender equality and also on superstitious education for unemployed. She has actively participated in health and rehabilitation of affected people during earthquake in 1993, Killari, Latur, and Osmanabad district, Maharashtra. We are very fortunate to have such great academician, researcher, and social worker with us. I request Dr. Sajat Shetty Madam to start the session. Over you, Dr. Shetty Madam. Over to you, Dr. Shetty Madam.
Good morning to one and all. The principal of your college, Dr. Varkad sir, organizers, Dr. Vanita Manzare madam, and other staff members of the college, students, and other participants who have joined this webinar. The topic which is given to me is self-help groups and women empowerment. In the beginning, why SHGs are important and why this topic has been selected by this college was narrated by Dr. Vanzare Madam, and adds, number of girl students in your college and the need for their employment or entrepreneurship was identified, and this topic was selected. So it's a very good thing that for student support and progression as per NAC criteria, this college has selected this topic. This is a very important topic, as you all know. And today in 2022, we all are very much aware regarding the SHGs, self-help groups. This is a movement, we can say, which is basically run in the rural areas. And most of the participants or beneficiaries of SHGs are women. Not only women, participation is there, but it has led to the empowerment of women. As we all know, the Sustainable Development Goals which are given by United Nations, and we all are responsible to achieve these goals by 2030. And the fifth goal is empowerment of women. So SHGs is a mode, is one of the way for empowering women, we can say. And there are lot many examples, lot many inspirational stories are there around across the India. We can say that many SHGs have proved that they can come forward, they can show their existence, they can be visible through their acts, through their work, through their activities, and they can give a very good impact on the change in the family, along with change in the society and change in the nation too, because it is ultimately going to help for the national development. Because the fifth SDG, if it is empowerment of women, we can understand, we can realize that how important it is. Any nation cannot be developed, cannot go forward without the participation of women, where the half of the population of the nation is of women. And if we are not going to take them along with us, and we are not going to give them the opportunities, education, resources, they will be back only, they will be behind, and then naturally, automatically, our development will also be not seen as we are seeing. So this is the method, one of the method for empowerment of women, we can say. Specifically, what is self-help group? Self-help group, really it is an association of 10 to 20 people who have come together to improve their living conditions. Specifically, these women are from the rural areas, and 90% SHGs are having women as participants in that. These SHGs can be self-governed or peer-controlled. It is really a small, economically homogeneous affinity group of 10 to 20 people, we can say, they who have come voluntarily together in a locality, specifically for the social and economic purpose. We see even in your area also, many of the students you might have seen, many women in your villages also, in our suburban areas also, 10 to 20 women who are from the same homogeneous or economic or social backgrounds. They generally associate along with one another, and they form the groups with the help of any NGO or any government agency, and try to resolve their issues and improve their living conditions. We know that SHGs can exist with registration or without registration too. It is not necessary for every SHG to register. It can be unregistered also. But there should be a willingness, there should be a positive approach of the women, that they should come together and they should work so that they can change their lifestyle, they can change their standard of living along with the family development. So what is the origin of SHG? SHG was started, basically origin of SHG is in Bangladesh, as we all know. And Bangladesh is a pioneer in the field of microfinance, we can say. That is SHG in 1976. Dr. Mohammad Yunus, who is a professor of economics in Chittagong University of Bangladesh, he has worked a lot on SHGs. He was an initiator of action research project called as Grameen Bank, and then he has worked a lot, and then that movement, we can say, that of SHG has come to India also. And India, it was first emerged in Mysore Resettlement and Development Agency, MYRADA, we can say. It is in 1985. And before that also, some examples are there in India who have worked a lot on this. Specifically, we can say Self-Employed Women's Association, which is called as a SEWA, SEWA, which is in Ahmedabad, which it was founded by Ela Bhatt for poor self-employed women workers. We know Ela Bhatt was a very great lady who has worked for bringing together these poor women, rural women who are weavers or hackers, who were working in a not organized sector, but they were giving their efforts. They were working round the clock, but they are not getting enough money for their livelihood. And she made all those women to come together, and she formed an organization like SEWA. And this is a very good example. We can say anyone of if it is possible, we should go and visit this institution, this organization, where through SEWA, many SHGs and many women participation and many other activities are conducted by this SEWA, and women have proved that really self-help groups can help a lot, and they can come forward and be very independent in their family, in their life also. So self-help groups, there were two phases, we can say. But the first phase was 1987 to 1992. And NABARD was the main agency to help SHGs. So NABARD assisted MYRADA through a grant of near about INR 1 million in 1987. And even other NGOs also involved in promoting SHGs. And after that, in 1992, RBI accepted the SHG model as an alternative credit option. So NABARD was the main agency to help SHGs, and through that, even RBI, and now we can see many banks have come forward, and there is a bank linkage, because for SHG, bank linkages are there, and through that bank linkages only they get the credit, they get the loans, and they repay it, and they start any activity or entrepreneurship or work individually or with the group also. And many women have come forward with this. And second phase, we can say from 1992 and till today, we can say. So SHGs and banks linkage was done with the support of RBI also, and even IFAD also has a great role in supporting SHGs. By March 2005, we can say credit had been extended near about many SHGs with a community membership of about 24 million families were involved in that in 2005. And we have heard these names: NRLM, SRLM, that is National Rural Livelihood Mission or State Rural Livelihood Mission. And it is currently the world's largest SHG program in India, I mean at national level also. And even apart from that, every state also has this Rural Livelihood Mission. Every state, and Maharashtra State Rural Livelihood Mission. Likewise, all other states are also having this mission, and which is currently working for the SHG program. And our NRLM is the largest program, SHG program, we can say, reaching near about 70 million households till today. So why SHGs are important, or why it is essential? So we can say because it acts as a great boost for poor people to make them self-reliant, and it gives them a hope. We can see many women, I can see around me at my place also, and whenever I see in the other states also, they see a ray of hope through this SHG, because here many women of same category, from a same socio-economic background, they come together and they collect some money. They contribute for the group first in the beginning, and then they get the loans from the groups also, and they can start any activities. So it gives a ray of hope to these women. So it helps them to increase their livelihood also and the standard of living also. Not only their SHG help for generation of income also only, but they improve the status of the women in the society. It has seen, many research studies have shown that they have given this answer, many SHG women, that they have, their status has been improved in the family. The way family members used to look at them earlier, it has changed now. They know that now this woman is working, doing something, she is earning money, she is doing some activity, and she is becoming independent, she is becoming empowered. So it changes the status of the women in the family also and in society, and ultimately to the nation. So just now we said that NRLM is the largest SHG group which is helping for the very crores of rupees turnover also, and which is helping for the national development also. But the harsh reality is that even today, just now as this Vanzare madam now told, that when girls are saying that after education, what should we do, where is the employment, because each and every student after having the higher education, it is not possible for them to get the employment, even though government, central government, state governments are working a lot for this. I mean, we are nowadays, we are seeing that startups are there, stand-ups are there, all these things are there, Skill India is there. But even it is, we have not reached to that stage that every student, a girl or a boy, who is coming out of the college with a degree will be having any employment or any job is available for her or for him. So we need to search some other ways for becoming economically independent also, because economic independence only gives the person or a women other status. As we know, that is, a political is there, social is there, educational, and everywhere. But money is important. Many of the women, even if they are working hard right from the farms to the family, but they are not empowered, they are not allowed to use the money which they are earning, but all the amount of the money goes to the husband or the male candidate, male member in the family. So they are not the decision makers, they are not allowed to expend the money as they want. But SHGs has given a different picture now, because they are collective responsibilities there and collective organization is there. So it has given a very different gesture through SHG for the women, because this rural poverty and unemployment is there at present. Even this is a harsh reality. As take your Rajura or come to my Beat district and some other villages or some other places, even today rural poverty is there and unemployment still exists in the society. And women's earnings so positively directly affect to the change of the financial condition of the family. So many other things are also there. There is social conventions and gender ideology is also there, which deprive women to access to resources. Just now I told that even if she is producing, she is earning some money, she is not allowed to use that accordingly. So in this way, SHGs are, if we see very minutely, they are very important and useful for women empowerment. Not only women empowerment, but again it leads to the family, society, and national development also. So this, because why SHGs are important, or how it helps to the women or the family or the society. The basic objective of SHG is to inculcate the habit of saving and As we all know, I mean, your mother or your grandmother or great grandmother also, you must have seen women have this habit of saving money. I mean, whatever expenses she is doing at the family, she tries to keep some money aside from that expense and she saves it. And I can share my experience in my childhood. I have seen my grandmother keeping all those money in some boxes or somewhere. Even today also many women are doing this. And whenever some emergency or some problems arrive, they give all those money to the persons in the family for facing those problems in the family. So this habit of saving is already there among many women. Now it's not like that men don't have this habit of saving, but majority of the women do have this habit of saving. So SHG also promotes, or SHG enhances this habit of saving among women. And because this habit of saving, what happens, So due to this habit, they become more capable for doing expenses whenever it is essential. Even habit of saving is there, then they have got some amount with them, and they can go for the banking facilities also. So they can acquire loans and for some productive purposes and all. So this collective wisdom is there among the women, and it plays a major role in sensitizing women, more women also. In the beginning, when SHG started, the main objective was just to come together, some share, contribute some money, and have some loan and some do some enterprise and all. So it was because economical empowerment was much important, but along with that, it was more important, and it is more important for sensitizing women for total development of the human being as a person, as a family member, as a citizen of nation. For empowering women, it has helped a lot. It has sensitized many women on many issues in the society, in the personal, in the family life also, and it has played a major role. So this collective decision makes women more capable. It gives confidence to the women. So this is very essential. Along with this, we can say that major social responsibilities are also there given, and women are carrying all the social responsibilities. Economic empowerment is there, but even other empowerment, that is which we are going to see ahead. It is a political empowerment is there, social empowerment is there, psychological empowerment is there. It is very essential, and SHGs have helped for upliftment of the women and their voices. Now women have become vocal. Earlier women were not vocal, we can say that, because they used to speak among themselves only, but on a specific platform they were not allowed, rather they were not encouraged, they were not given opportunities. But through SHGs, women have become much visible and much vocal. They are putting their issues, their problems on the platform, particular platform. They are coming forward, and they are trying to solve their problems collectively with the help of other members also in the family. So how these SHGs are formed, that is, a group is formed with 10 to 20 minimum women, and they raise the capital or funding, and the regular weekly or fortnightly meetings are there. Money is collected, then it is distributed. If it is possible, it is essential, the bank linkage is there. Banks loans from banks is taken, and again these SHG women are given some, because all these SHGs are either connected to some government agency or non-government agencies also. Even many other groups are also there who are working on this, and then they are given some skill development workshops are also taken, some training is also given based on the interest of the women, or what type of entrepreneurship they are going to start in their place, at their place in the villages and all. So the affiliated agency, government or non-government, they take care of all these things based on the, need-based skill development, need-based training is given to these women. And these women, when they are doing microfinancing, it is a micro entrepreneurship, we can say. And they are common fund is there, which is used for the emergencies. We don't know when emergencies can come in the may come in the families or in the personal life. So this money, this with mutual help, these loans and all those things are used. Who are the agencies who promote for the SHGs? We know in the beginning I said that NABARD is the first agency who came forward and who is supporting SHGs on large scale. Along with now RBI is there, IFAD is there. But apart from that, many non-government agencies are also there. Go to right from the Gram Panchayats, Panchayat to Sansad, we can say. Many government at all these levels, some agencies are there who are helping to promote the SHGs. That is, non-government agencies are there, government agencies are there. Right from national level to state level, that is NRLM is there, SRLM is there, and even other agencies are there. State and commercial banks are there. In the beginning, State Bank of India, who took initiative for linkages with the SHG, because it was seen that the many banks, they say that we have this experience of, if loans are taken by these SHGs and specifically by women SHGs, they are very prompt in repayment of their loans. They are very regular. They repay their loans in given time, and they take a proper advantage of the loans also. So many banks are coming forward for giving loans to the SHGs. Even today, we can say microfinance institutions are there. Many microfinance institutions at private levels are also there. At local level also they are available, and they give the loans to the SHGs. So they promote these SHGs. Even some people are working for this. Some entrepreneurships are there, some leaders are there in social field, in political field, in many other fields are there who are working as SHG leaders also, leaders only, and they promote, they sensitize these people and they promote them, they enhance them, they support them to have the loans and be self-sufficient in their life. Again, some poverty management programs are also there, which are run by many governments, Maharashtra government, Karnataka government, many. Specifically in Kudumbashree is one of the SHG group which is run by the government in Kerala, which is the largest one. And crores of lakhs of women are working in this Kudumbashree. Even in Karnataka, Tejaswini, like one group is there, which is run by the government. And this poverty management program it is, and they have worked a lot, and they have helped and supported SHGs, and many women have come forward through this poverty management program in Karnataka. We can give a number of examples of all states, because all states are working on these SHGs on large scale. Even in Maharashtra, we can say Mahila Arthik Vikas Mahamandal is there, which is working for the empowerment of women, for giving lot of opportunities to the women, for making them self-sufficient, self-reliant. And even MAVIM's SHG groups are there. Through them, through those SHG groups, not only collection of money and taking and giving loans and credits and economic empowerment, but along with that, they conduct a lot many sensitizing programs, capacity building programs for women in different fields, so that the women can become self-sufficient and self-reliant. Even Umaid Abhiyan is there, and this is under Maharashtra's Department of Rural Development. It is there. Even state rural livelihood missions are there. Just now I have told that. Then, I mean, so many, I mean, many non-government agencies are there, NGOs are there, and we can see at every level, every place, few NGOs are there who are working, and they are working with the women. And base of that NGO is forming the SHG groups, and through that SHG groups, again, the empowerment of women, then change in the villages also, or capacity building of the villagers also, and making their village an ideal village, or a clean village, or a green village, or a plastic free village, like this. I mean, many themes and concepts are taken by many villages, and they are working on that with the help of the SHGs. So as SHG have played a very vital role in changing all the scenario of villages also, and for the in the life of the women also. So basically, income generation is there. After income generation, there is access to banks for poor and financial inclusion is there. Social or gender equality issues are also taken into consideration there. Specifically, many such cases are seen that with the help of the SHGs, many women have worked a lot in for making a change in their villages. For example, against dowry they are working, against alcoholism they are working. Specifically, many SHGs have given this result. I have seen in Maharashtra also. You must be also knowing that Rahibai was there, an old lady. With the help of the SHG, she worked in my district, in Ambijogai Taluka. She worked for against alcoholism. And whatever the alcohol shops were there, I mean, they used to go and they used to request those people to close that shop. If they don't agree with for that, then they used to become, I mean, very constructively, but with the help of the law also, they have become successful in removing all alcohol or liquor shops from that villages, and they have made their village as a liquor free village like this. So not only these two issues, dowry is there, alcoholism is there, violence against women is there, child marriages is there, regarding the education of the women is there. Many issues, many women-related issues are taken in hand by these SHGs, and they have worked and they are working in their place for making a change, bringing a change in the life of the women, family, and in the society. Even they play as a pressure group also in Gram Panchayats also. Few also there because through the help of the SHG, many women have come into Gram Panchayats also. I mean, as earlier we know, there was a 30% reservation in Panchayat Raj. But now we know that it is a 50% reservation is there, which only we have in local self-government only. And here, with the help of the SHGs, many women have come into politics also. They have contested the elections and many women have become the Sarpanch, Gram Panchayat chief, we can say, and they have played a major role in changing the scenario of their village. Even they play as a pressure group also. In the SHG plays a pressure group at that place, at that village. If any some ill things are going on in the village, or some bad habits are there, or some destructive things are taking place at that village, they go there and they work as a pressure group and they make their impact to bring the change in that village. Even social upliftment, we can see many women, even we can see the marginalized sectors women, or the unorganized sector women who are in unorganized sector, like who are the helpers at the homes and all. They also have come together and they have made themselves with a quite change. That is, socially they are uplifted, economically they are uplifted, and even politically also they are uplifted. So upliftment of women, SHG has played a very major role in uplifting women from where they were to today's their lifestyle, because we know empowerment of women, why it is essential. Even today in 2022 also, if we see, we are speaking, we are discussing a lot on this matter, but it doesn't mean that all women in our village or in our state or in our country are empowered. They need to be empowered. It is our goal, the SDG goal, which we are going to reach, which we should reach by 2030. But it is not seen that what type of severity or what type of intensity and what type of speed it should take. We need to work for that, because SDG gives a benefits a lot. Specifically, many women, they have this habit. Just now we have seen that they have a habit of saving. They encourage the habit of saving. Even the additional income is there, and microfinancing facilities are there. Many women, they work a lot on this with many other ventures also, which we will discuss. That is what type of entrepreneurship is done by the women, and if any problem is there, they solve it with the mutual understanding and all. One thing I would like to say is that one study was conducted in 2020 by Ashwini Deshpande and Shantanu Khanna. That is what was, SHG in Maharashtra, and the result is that SHG in Maharashtra has a strong impact on a range of indicators related to women's empowerment in the state. That is including political participation, knowledge of administration, financial literacy, mobility, and decision making. This is a research study conducted in Maharashtra. So we can see here how this SHGs help for the women empowerment. That is, political participation is there. Just now we discussed on that. Knowledge of administration, because many times, because if we are not given any education, if we are not given any opportunity and knowledge regarding the specific thing, we will not be able to work on that properly. But if all these things are given, then only women can go ahead, she can work. So knowledge of administration, financial literacy, because many women are uneducated, illiterate, and then it is run by some other people. So it is very essential that they should have financial literacy, and SHGs have shown impact in Maharashtra. And even mobility. As we know, mobility, Satchat Gharat, we say that is, the women are not allowed to go or wander here and there with due to the patriarchal mindset in our families. So, but SHGs have given this mobility option to women, because for going for the meetings and through the meetings, again the training and skill development programs, some other activities, and they are taking part, they are participating in the decision making process in the family earlier. Because even today in the patriarchal mindset, we say that no, everything is decided by the head of the family. And who is the head of the family in our families? Even today, as it is a patriarchal family, the male member is the head of the family, and so all the decisions are taken by them. But SHGs have changed this in many villages, in many families. The shift of ownership or responsibility or headship or leadership has changed, which we can see, and SHG has helped a lot in this. Again, it has helped to small scale industries also. SHGs has helped to small scale industries also on large scale. But as we are seeing that SHGs are there for empowerment of women, in which way they are working and who is helping them. But some problems are also there in running SHGs. Even today in 2020 also, these problems are there. What are the problems? Then we can see that, recently, that means in last month, I had my NSS camp. I conducted my college NSS camp in a village, and there we were for 7 days residential camp was there, and we were discussing with the women in that village, and we were asking them how many self-help groups are there in this village, and in which way you are running, what activities you are conducting, in which way you have become self-reliant, or how much you are earning through these self-help groups activities and all. So I saw there that we have got some 30 SHG groups in our village, but many of them, they are not active today, and many women are not coming for the meetings also. They are not giving their share also, and as good as they are stopped. I mean, SHGs are stopped only. They are in idle stage. They are not working. So again, in many villages, for many SHGs, this is the scenario. A few NGOs or government agencies who are working very sincerely, prominently with some all skill development and training programs, their SHGs are working. But with few influence or somebody's inspiration, some SHGs have started, and they are run for few days or few months, and after that they stop there only. So why does it happen? What are the problems in running the SHGs regularly? Many villages face this problem. Many SHGs are also facing this problem. So first thing what I see is that there is the lack of education among the women. Because SHG, if we do a research study, or if we do a simple survey also, you can give to this survey to your girls also, or your boys also in your college, that just go in your village in Rajura, or even the nearby places, nearby villages, and see how many SHGs are working, when they were established, how long they are working, in which way they are working, and really are they doing well, have they become capable, and all these things. So you will definitely find that many SHGs, that is in percentage also, if we go, many SHGs will be there who have many problems, who are facing many problems. That is educational status. Many women who are in the SHGs are having very poor educational status, or they are illiterate only. They don't know how to sign also, and again only they learn how to sign, and only that much for doing all the official activities and all. But other things they can't read, they can't write, and also such SHGs are also there. So educational status of women, or the lack of education or poor educational status of the women, can become a problem for SHGs to become very capable, to become very empowered and all. So again, lack of official support also. Nowadays we see, I mean, due to this COVID and all, during last 2.5 years, we have seen all of us, we have shifted to the digital mode, or we have shifted on online mode. So technical problems are also there. Many times, just now, as just to give a reference, that is Anganwadis and all, we see today Anganwadi workers are doing all the things on online mode. They have become more empowered because government has given them mobiles, very latest mobiles and all apps are there on the given provided to them, and they're working on that. But I know that many Anganwadi workers are having problem there also, because they are not properly trained. How do they work on that? The same way, if SHGs are not given training proper, so even so all many lacunas will be there. So lack of official support is there. So one or two, some 2-3 women are educated or literate, and they only become chairperson or secretary, so that they can write the reports or the minutes of the meeting and prepare all the accounts and all like this. So other women are not literate. So it is essential. It is because as they are not literate, educated, they can't do the official work also. So they need to hire outsource some official support from the outside. For that, again, they need to pay, and where they are working for the economic upliftment, and again in that, if they want to, they have to pay. Again, it will not support to the SDG in this manner. Again, lack of vocational education is there, technical knowledge and training. If it is there, many SHGs, they don't get all these things. They are not linkage with the banks also. So if no bank linkage, no credit, no loans, and no training, no skill development, so these SHGs will not come forward and they will not work properly. Again, other problems are also there. Some favoritism amongst women is also there. I mean, whatever the 15 to 20 members group is there, but some women, I mean, giving loans to a particular women, or giving some opportunity to particular women, some favoritism is there. So this is a human nature which we see everywhere, right? From where we are working, right, to any nook on the corner of the world. We can see in any group where some people, 10 people minimum, 5 to 10 people are coming together and working. We can see this human nature is there, favoritism. So in SHGs also, if it is there, it also helps in running the, it doesn't help in running SHG properly. Again, another problem is there, because as more than 90% SHGs are formed by women only. So it shows that women are the major part of SHGs. And now, even today in 2022 also, even today, women are working on two ways. I mean, household level also, on two levels, household level also, and at the other than the household or out of the house also. I mean, whether if they are working or entrepreneurship, self-employment or SHGs and all. So what happens? Increased work burden and household responsibility on women. I mean, she has to do all household work also, because even today, I mean, gender-based labor division is there, which should not be there. Even today, the gender equality has not come to each and every family. So some role is there that this should be done by the women only. This is the patriarchal mindset is there, and she is supposed to do. So women has a household responsibility one side, and again this increased workload, because she has to take out some time for the SHG meetings and some activities and training, and based on that she has to work properly. So this increased work burden and household responsibility is also cause or problem, we can say, for running properly the SHGs. And the major issue is patriarchal mindset. We know in the beginning, when SHG was being run in the many states and all, it was seen that people, specifically husbands and or the male members in the family, they were not ready to send their women for the meetings and all. If the women, I have listened to many women in the SHGs and all, they saying that after going home, they used to say that now आता खूप शहाणी झाली, like this. Now she has become very smart, and don't, whatever you are learning, listening, doing, keep it in your group only. Don't bring inside my home, and you are not supposed to do anything in my home as per you will and wish. Whatever things will be conducted or run in my family will be as per my will and wish only. So this was a patriarchal mindset. So if they are given the knowledge of some women laws and all, suppose dowry system is there, anti-dowry law is there, or divorce, or property inheritance and all, many laws, or Hindu Marriage Act, and domestic violence is there, adoption is there, so many laws are there. And if she become learned, she become specifically a particular law or particular issues through which she is suffering, and if she brings all that knowledge at the family, many people are were not ready. Even today in many families, this patriarchal mindset we see on large scale, and they don't allow their women to go for the meeting and bring the things, or some if change, I mean mental change, it is not accepted in the families. So this is also a problem. So patriarchal mindset, as we see that due to this patriarchal mindset only, there is a gender inequality is there. And gender equality is also one of the, I mean, through empowerment, women empowerment, sustainable goals. So this is very essential, and which has to be brought in system and in practice. But many women, they are facing such problems. I mean, running problems, for the running SHGs and all. So, but one study was conducted, and the report of that study, it says that near about 80% women, they said that my status has been improved in the family. Just because she has become a SHG member, she's working in the SHG, and they 80% women, they said that my status in the family has been improved. Whereas 70% women, they said that my status in the community or in the society has been improved. Like this. And again, 60% women, they said that they are doing the representation in the social, cultural, and political activities. It has been increased. So earlier it was not there. So in this way, so if SHG is going to help in this way, definitely all women who are with the in the marginalized sector or in unorganized sector, they have got this opportunity to come forward and work accordingly. So this is about the SHG we have seen. What is self-help groups? But our topic is that self-help groups and women empowerment. So how does, I mean, we have discussed on that also, but specifically if we want to see how women are empowered through SHGs or how self-help groups lead to women empowerment. So if we want to see this, so there is a pathway between SHG participation and women empowerment. How it takes place, I mean, how SHGs help women to become empowered. So we can say that SHG gives the opportunity to women to take part in economic activities. Earlier it was not there. They were in the house only, doing their household activities or going to farm and doing farm activities. Only this much, house to farm, farm to house, or any other, if they are doing some small venture, some small activities, for that only they were engaged or involved. But now SHG has given an opportunity to these women to take part in economic activities. So if economically they are sound, if economically they are strong, definitely one person becomes empowered. Because even our prime ministers and all, we see, if right from the Jawaharlal Nehru to till today also, we can see that all have given emphasis, all have given focus on the empowerment of women. And they said that if a woman is empowered, definitely, like there is where we say a slogan regarding the education, Ek Bai Shikli, Ani Kutumba Shikla, like this. So if a woman in a family, if she becomes economically empowered, definitely she leads a family, she leads her whole household in a very proper manner, and she tries to fulfill all needs of the family members and try to bring them ahead in their life. So this is the pathway. SHG is a pathway for women to become a part in the economic activities. Also, whatever barriers are there for the women's participation, barriers, they are set aside, they are kept aside, because money is coming to our family, and that money is going to help for solving some economic issues in our family. So in the beginning, many members, they do oppose for women for being active in these SHGs and all. But once the flow of money, if it is coming to your household, then all those barriers which are given to the women, which are gender based, those barriers are removed, or slowly they come down. Even when they participate in weekly and monthly meetings, they become very much aware about other things also. They become aware about other issues, I mean, social issues, women issues, political issues, or economic issues, or some of the things which are going around us, whatever is happening, the rates of the vegetables and grains and food items and eatables, everything, they become very much aware when they come to the meeting, because some discussions are there, some expert person is called in the meeting, they give the particular or specific information on that topic to the women. So they become sensitized, they become learned, they become aware about all those things. So if I have got the knowledge of something, I can put my words on the specific platform. So this is the pathway for the women through SHG participation and women empowerment. I mean, they lead to the women empowerment. So they become become aware about all many resources also. So these banks are there, because earlier we know that many women are they don't have their own account also in the banks. Bank account used to be only on the name of the head of the family in many families. But now as they are going to SHG, their own account is there. They get the loans, they credit, credit, they have all those facilities of credits and all. They get the training and the capital gain is there. So all these things now they become aware about the how to deal with the bank. Many women, they were not able to utter a single word, but now they are asking the questions to the managers of the bank that I have paid this much and like this only this much, how much you have taken this much of interest from my account and all these things. So now they have become that much of empowered and learned, we can say. Again, through this SHGs only, as they have been given lot many resources and all, their skill development also is taking place. And in the beginning, as I said, many banks are interested in giving loans to these SHGs because they do the timely repayment. And there is bank loss of bank is very, very negligible. So they become very much aware, and through that, even banks are also helping such SHGs, not only for only giving the loans and all, but for skill development also. Many banks are also helping to these SHGs and all. So they have the income, money capital is there. Through SHG, women get the money capital is also there. Social capital also they invest in their family and in the society. Even political relevance also. How political relevance is there for their day-to-day life. For example, gas, the inflation or the prices which are going high and high of the gas is there, or petrol or diesels or vegetables. So what is the political relevance with all these things? That also information they can get through the SHGs, whatever the trainings and discussions which are taking place in the SHGs. So through this, slowly they become, their thoughts, their thinking changes, their mindset changes, which helps them to become empowered, and which gives them a confidence, a specific confidence to speak and to put their words very firmly in front of other people, whosoever who he or she it may be, any officer, any government officer, or any bank officer, or any political leader at the village place. They have become very confident. They put their words, put their thoughts, put their ideas, put their feelings, put their demands in front of them like that. So women experience, and along with this, another thing is that they get autonomy and self-confidence, self-efficacy. And now they have come to know that, yes, I can do this. Till today, till yesterday, I was not able to do all those things, but today I can do this because I have got this knowledge. I have got this information with me. These people are with me. I have got this capital or money, some amount is with me. So that autonomy she gains, the autonomy, self-confidence and self-efficacy is there. So these things help women to become empowered. So this is the pathway between SHG participation and women empowerment, we can say. Women are better able to make meaningful choices, we can say. Earlier, what used to happen, that any choice, even if you want to take any purchase a single thing in your family, women used to ask to her husband or any other male member head of the family. But now women, they have become, even if they may take the concern of the concerned person or opinion of the concerned person, but they have become able, that is, they मला कळत नाही, मला माहित नाही, मला नाही समजत. This was the sentence earlier, but now they can say that, no, yes, I know this and I can make a proper choice for this. These choices are right from selection of vegetable or any item bringing in the family, any furniture or any equipment in the kitchen, right from, or saving right from the their selection of their partner also, we can say that with whom I want to work, I want to get married and all. So it should come to that extent, that empowerment. She should be there in the decision making at all stages in the life. So to some extent, SHG helps women to do all these things. And if SHGs are run very properly, very regularly, with all inputs are given to the women, then they can become a very good source, and they can become a resourceful, and they can become very efficient for decision making also, and bringing the change in the society also. So these choices, I mean, if given the if opportunities are given, training is given, education is given, skill input is given, women can become very capable, and she has got a lot of potential. And many people can be dependent on her, and she is a very committed person. It has been proved through many SHGs, and she is a very capable person also. And when a group of 10 to 20 women, they come together, even they have proved that as a group, as a collective responsibility, they have also proved that they are much capable in performing various activities, in facing various problems in the personal life, family life, to the village life or society also. So this empowerment, if we are going to see how SHGs lead to the women empowerment, so at 4 stages we can see this empowerment. That is, economic empowerment is there, then social empowerment is there, specifically political empowerment and psychological empowerment. So how this social economic empowerment is seen through SHGs. So economic empowerment, we can say like this: this is a women's ability to access, own and control resources. That is, to earn, own and control the resources. Even today, I mean, I say this many times, even we people as a lecturer or assistant professor, associate professor, principals, doctors, engineers, and so many at so many levels women are working. But how many women, even if they are working, even if they are gaining money, not 3-digit or 4-digit, then 5-digit number is there, which is their salary, but how many women are economically empowered? This is the question. Who are very highly educated, who are working on the higher posts in that specific sector, they are earning a lot, they are bringing salary at home, but they are not allowed to spend money as and when she wishes or she needs or she wants. But SHG has changed this. So this is the gender equality, and this is empowerment. Even if I am earning and if I'm not allowed to use that money as I want, then how economically empowered I am, in spite of having a higher education and working on the higher post? This is also a question on which we need to think. I have seen many women around me like this. They are working, but they are not free to spend or to take the decision regarding the doing expenses of their own money. But in SHGs, we have seen many women, even because her husband is not working properly, her husband is associated, I mean, he always drinks liquor and all, so he is of no use to the family. So she is earning, she is working, she is earning, then she is bringing money through SHG also, and she is able to spend that money as it is needed in the family, and she takes the decision. So economic empowerment is that is to having access to the money, and again that is ownership for the money, and again much important thing is that control over that resources. How to, I mean, control is mine. I will decide how to spend it or not to spend or save or to use for any other occasion or event or any issue like this. So how is it measured, or what are the indicators or outcome indicators we can say? That is, in women income generation is done by the women. Then female ownership of assets and land is there. This is one of the thing which we can see. In economic empowerment, many villages, and regarding the farm and houses, we can see that is सातबाराच्या उतारावर बाईचं नाव असणं आणि घरावर पण बाईचं नाव असणं, like this. Even government is working for having some laws and for some resolutions and regarding this. Many people, many women, they don't have any asset on their name. No land, no house, or no farm, nothing. She is, I mean, she is totally free. She doesn't have any asset on her name. Everything is on the name of the head of the family or husband or any male person. So she's working around the clock in the family for the family, but she doesn't have any ownership or any asset. It is seen that, I mean, more than 90% women are working and working around the clock, but only 2% women are having assets on their name. This is the research study, and this is the global research study. So we can see that is economic. How can we see the economic empowerment here? So through SHGs, female ownership of assets, because they become aware, they fight for that. continuously, rigorously, they fight for that, and they come to the point that land or house or any other asset, that female gets the ownership, or they try for that. Then expenditure patterns also, just now I said how to expend the money, she decides it. And even her participation is there on large scale. Even the division of domestic labor amongst the men and women. Now, if she is working, now few women, again here also. Recently, we did this one on gender equality. Even today, even the families who are with good economic status, socio-economic background and all, or middle class or higher middle class or higher class, we see that even today women are highly educated or learned or working also. There is no equal division of domestic labor. Even today women has got a double level responsibility at home also and at the working place also. So that has to come. And here these women, as they are going to farm and other activities and all, to some extent now this change has to be seen, and SHGs can help for that. Even we people also should think on this. So financial control over all the financial management and decision making, women can do through economic entrepreneur, through economic empowerment. So what is done for this? So many activities we can say. Many women are there. Many SHGs have worked on large scale on this. That is how this economic empowerment by conducting many activities. Like one activity I would like to quote here is that Sanjeevani scheme, which is run by the Karnataka government, and vegetable weekly markets they form there, and through that many women have become economically empowered. Even in Maharashtra, manufacturing clothes and selling by Mahalakshmi SHG group is there, and they are also working, and they are earning money on large scale. Even many states, I mean Jharkhand, Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, Goa, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, many states are there who are working very nicely for empowering these women, and economic empowerment has seen amongst these women. So another thing is that political empowerment is there. So how do we define this political empowerment? That is the ability to participate in decision making focused on access to resources, rights and entitlements with the communities. So even I, for example, what are my rights and what are my responsibilities? And what entitlements are there within my community? I should be aware of all these things, but I am not made aware since so many years and years, as in the patriarchal family system, as male members or elders are telling me to do the things, I am doing all those things in that manner only. I'm not questioning to them why to do this, why to do this, when to do this, and I will not do this. Such answers are not accepted, and many women are not proud to give such answers. Many family members are not ready to accept or listen such answers. So like my mother, she did, my grandmother, she did, she told to my mother, she told to me, I will tell to my daughter and all. Like this, these things are going on. So this thinking, questioning is not there. And now here through SHGs, this questioning has come forward, and women are asking questions also. If sarpanch or if any local self-help government, any gram sevak or any person, if they are not working, suppose any cleanliness is there, sanitation is there, or some ration shop, some food items they are not getting in time or properly and all. So all these things, the SHGs are going there and they are asking the questions. The group of women, they go there and they ask the questions. So this, they are becoming aware about their rights and entitlements within the communities and all. So how the awareness of rights and rights or laws. So this is my right, and this is my responsibility also, which has been given by the Indian Constitution. And as Indian Constitution has not made any discrimination among the genders, it has given the equal status and equal rights to all genders. So women were not knowing this, or even if they were knowing, due to this patriarchal and male-dominated society, they were not given any opportunity. But now through SHGs, they are becoming aware, and they are, because now they are giving the information of all rights. For example, elections are there, local self-government elections are there, and now to whom to vote. I have seen many cases like this. In the family, head of the family says that vote for this party, or just give the stamp on this picture or this logo like this. I can decide whom to vote, why to vote. But this opportunity was not there. Now women can think on that, because many SHGs also have played a very important role in political empowerment. And so, an example I can give you, that Vaishali Naik from South Goa, she became a Sarpanch through SHG association. And she has made a lot of changes in her village there. So, like this, I mean, SHGs through even our in Latur district, many women I have seen through SHGs they were working, and in some Vadwara something places there in Latur district, and she was a SHG woman. After that, she contested the election in the local self government in Gram Panchayat. She became Sarpanch, and after that, she became to the Jilla Parishad. This one election she contested, she became member of that. Like this, I mean, through SHG only, these women have come forward, and they are playing a very important role in the political system also. So political participation is there, as voting is there, then legal rights are there. They know that is now this is the legal right, this is my legal right, and I can own my land or my, like this also. Inheritance of the property, all those things, because for women some these specific provisions are given by the government for women to inherit the property and all. Even that awareness, if it is there, the women come forward and all. So she is having the very prominent leadership positions in the government also, as in the local self-government and even other agencies, other institutions, other NGOs. She has come to very prominent role or position in governance also. I mean, local governance is there, or taluka level or district level governance, she has come forward. Like this, she has become empowered. So if we see to social empowerment and all, so social empowerment, we can say that she has achieved the ability to exert control over the decision making within the household also. Now, just now I told you about one research, they told that 80% women told that, SHG women told that my status in the family has been improved. 70% said that in the community, 60% said that, like this. So this social empowerment is there. They have their visibility has come more, because earlier women are invisible only. And our system is there, that is, they want to keep women invisible. I mean, whole efforts are there of the women, round the clock, 24 hours they are working, they are giving their efforts, and they are putting their all time, money, energy, everything, but they are invisible only. So this is now through SHG, they have become visible. They are coming forward. They are showing that we are capable. They are making the impact in the family and in the village also, and in the system. So this includes the women's mobility, social empowerment. For the SHG meeting, she is coming out. She is going here and there. She is attending the meetings. She is attending the workshops, training programs and all. She is coming on the platforms. She is speaking. And so here is a freedom of movement, or women's mobility or freedom of movement is there. So this social empowerment. Even today, women are not allowed, because many times it is said that no, women should not sat chat gharat, like this. She should come early to the home. She should not speak very loudly. She should not come forward in front of the male members and people when some gathering is there in the family also. Even today I have seen in many families, even a high status families also, women are not allowed to come in the meeting with the male members. So this gender inequality is there. This discrimination is there. But through SHG, social empowerment is also seen, because women are having freedom of movement. Then freedom from violence also is there, we can say. But again, one can question that. How can you say that freedom from violence is there? Even today, many women are suffering from the violence. Whether it is a domestic violence is there, or at the violence at the workplace is there. It is there, no doubt it is there. But we need to work against it. But SHGs has proven that they have become aware about all these things. So if some such violence is there, SHG women, they come forward, they fight for that. Many SHGs have proved this, and there are many examples. If we go and study, we will find many SHGs have worked for this also. Then even negotiation and discussion around the sex also, we can say social empowerment. So male and female, this hierarchy is there, male and female, who is greater, I mean, who is at upper level, who is at lower level and all. And based on that, I mean, gender, male and female, all other things are there as gender inequality is there. I mean, your child rearing practices are there, your education suffers, your marriage practices, I mean, child marriages are there. Again, choosing your mate, that opportunity or that freedom is not there. Even after the marriage, how that in that family, all the things are told to you. As a daughter-in-law, you are supposed to be in that gesture only and work. Again, after becoming mother also, how she will be playing her role as a mother for the education of her kids or their other things. I mean, so many activities or work in the child's life, all those things. So decision making around the sex and negotiations, these SHGs have given to women. In many villages, women are working accordingly. They are speaking to their partner and putting their putting their wishes or needs like this. Even women's control over choosing a spouse, we can say. Now, I have seen, because as I'm working in a women's college so many years, last so many years, even today, I can't see my college girls, I mean, apart, in spite of telling many times and again, to the women. Now, from our Maharashtra Andhashraddha Nirmulan Samiti also, we conduct some such workshops also for the rational selection of our mate. And through that also, we make our girls and boys also sensitize our boys and girls for how to select our life mate, our mate. Just by seeing my caste, my religion, with some lot of lands, lot of money, and some status in the society. Based on these things only, these are the criteria on which, based on this only, many people, many families, they find a mate for their boy or their son or the daughter. But this is not useful. So some rational selection should be there. And even this SHG, through SHGs, if we do this, these people will be more empowered. These women will be more empowered. And even today, if because that women, she says that no, I will not marry my girl with the person, with such person who is having such bad habits, who is having a drinking habit, who is having some bad record. Because I have married with such person because I didn't speak anything. My parents did like this, but I will not do this for my girl or my daughter. In this way, they are becoming empowered and they are coming forward. Even at what age she should marry. Even if she is married at early age, she will not be ready to marry her girl at early age. As earlier we were knowing that 18 plus was appropriate age for the marriage by law, but now it is 21 age, 21 years. But even if all these laws and this legal provision is there, even today this is the situation. Even in this district where I'm working, in Bid district or in Marathwada, if we say in Maharashtra also, if we see that the percentage of child marriage is very high here even today. So all these things, because what to do then, because as a girl is a burden on the head of the family. Now, as soon as she becomes sexually matured, I mean, even soon after that, she should get married, and then burden is released from the head of the parents and all. This mindset is there even today in 2022. So we should be very aware about this. But SHG helps many. Few women are there who come forward and say, no, I will not marry my girl. Even I have come across with such women who say that, no, madam, I'm not going to marry my daughter early. I will complete her education, and after 21 years of the age, years of the age only, I will see, or I will think about her marriage. So these social empowerment is taking place in this way. And even over the family size also in decision making. How many kids, how many children you are going to have like this? I mean, how many? I mean, because we know that is even in our patriarchal system, there is importance given to the male member. So every woman, she should give birth to a male child. This is the expectation even today. Go to any caste or go to any religion or go to any place, village or the urban place or any poor family or any rich family. If, at least even in India, we can say that is everywhere there is a demand of a male child. And if it is, if a woman is not able to give birth to a male child, then she is not given any proper status in the family. She is ill-treated. Even then, even though we know that science says that she is not responsible for giving the birth to the male child, it is the response because she doesn't have any Y chromosome within her. But she is always, but the blame is given to her only. And again, she is ill-treated through that. But through social empowerment, through SHG, social empowerment takes place in this way that she has become aware about the family size. No, I mean, just to have a male child, giving birth to 1, 2, 3, 4 girls and waiting for a male child, and then 4 or 5 girls are there. And then at 5th time, 6th time, she is giving birth to a male child. And just for a male child, having 4 or 5 girls and raising the burden on the head of the family or on the women also gives total imbalance in the family. Naturally, their family, their status economically, socially, politically, psychologically will be lower only, and no upliftment of the women will be there. So now she has become aware about this also. So how many children should be there now, as we know, because even government restrictions are also there now, 1 or 2, even in many examinations, in many, even in political this area also, for job also, there is a restriction is there at maximum 2 children. So she becomes competent for having this type of decision. She plays a role in decision making. No, I'm not going to have many children, 1 or 2 are enough. Like this, many women are coming forward and they are putting their words like this. And the last empowerment, which because SHG, how SHG helps for the women empowerment, we have seen that is social empowerment is there, economic empowerment is there, political empowerment is there, and psychological empowerment is there. So psychological empowerment also is there, that is ability to make actions and act on them. Because you need to have a very firm mind, firm decisions, a very firm attitude and firm approach and ability to act on that. So SHG gives that ability to the women, and we can measure this outcome like this. There is a feeling of autonomy or sense of self-worth. Now she feels that, I mean, I deserve for something. Because we know, even in this 21st century, many people, they utter this word, that is women is always given a secondary status everywhere, in family, in society, everywhere she is given a secondary status. And it is said that she doesn't have any level or status only. In Marathi, I many times in my lectures I say that I put it in this way, that many people they said, बाईला कुठे काय कळतं, तिला काय डोकं आहे का, तिला डोकंच नाहीये, आणि असेल तर ते डोक्यात, ते तिचं डोकं तिचं गुडघ्यात आहे, आणि ते तिने कुठे वापरायचं, 4 भिंतीच्या घरात वापरायचं, तिने बाहेर नाही वापरायचं. Like this, many people, I mean, I ask this question to many members. Is there any male member who has not uttered this line in his life, at least to her wife, to his wife or daughter or mother, son-in-law or mother, everywhere? So this is the patriarchal mindset, that is, it is considered that women are always at secondary level, at lower level. They don't understand anything. They are not of any worth, like this. So SHG has given this psychological empowerment to women, that is, they have realized their own worth, self-efficacy, self-worth. They have understood that, and this feeling of autonomy is there. Yes, I can also do something. Doesn't matter, even if I am illiterate, I can do something. Even if I mean, for example, we can see this Sindhutai Sapkar was the women which we know that illiterate women, but what work she has done. Like this, many examples we can do. And even this side also, through SHG also, many illiterate women or to some extent educated women, they have worked a lot and they have proved that, yes, we can do something. So this feeling of autonomy and this feeling of sense of self-worth has given them psychological empowerment, because that has boosted their self-confidence, that has boosted their self-esteem. And in this way, because if I'm self-confident, I can go ahead. If I am having continuously, because this inferiority complex is built in the women right from their birth, in our family and in our society. Women need not to have any inferiority complex or superiority complex to she should have a proper attitude, proper idea, proper intentions towards herself and towards others also. So that sense of self-worth, sense of deserving ability is there, and which has come through the SHGs and all. So this self-confidence or self-esteem, if it is there, women can go ahead, and this has been proved by many SHGs through their various activities which they have conducted. We can say, and we can see also, if we do a small survey also, we will find many SHGs and many women who are working in these SHGs, they are psychologically empowered. So they are again socially empowered, economically empowered, and politically empowered also. Like this. So even we know during the COVID period also, we have seen that many people, many self-help groups, they combated this COVID-19 pandemic. Many SHG groups, they came forward. Many groups, they prepared masks. Some they distributed the food, prepared food, and they distributed it. Many people, they went village to village or home to home and did their counseling with the help of the psychiatrist and all. So various activities were conducted by these SHG groups during the last COVID pandemic period also. And some facts are there. We can say that currently, I mean, this is the data of 2020. And currently, we can see that over 6.6 million SHGs with 72 million members are included in the NRLM, that is National Rural Livelihood Mission. This is the government data, and near about 72 million members are working in SHG. So like this. So government of India has announced financial support also over 0.4 million SHGs through, I mean, 1,625 crores funds in 2021. Last year, they have given this much of funds, and this was given through the Atmanirbhar Bharat Self-Reliant India program, and this is the data of September 2021. Bihar has become the first state in the country to have 10 lakh self-help groups, and which are managed by women only. So these are some facts are there. And we know that at present, 1 crore SHGs with active bank linkages are working in India. 10 crore people are involved in the SHGs in India, and more than bank balance, that is the aggregate bank balance is of about 7,000 crores of rupees, and 90% of SHGs in India consist exclusively of women. So now think that if 90% of women, I mean, women are exclusively of women SHGs, 90% SHGs are exclusively of women. Think how much work these people must be working and doing. To quote some few examples, I would like to quote some examples to you. That is, in which fields women are working and they are becoming empowered economically, politically, socially, and psychologically. I mean, mobile servicing center, which has been proved as a male area, male dominance, which is seen here also. SHG group in Andhra Pradesh, Rajeshwari and all, that group is there. They are working in the mobile servicing business. Then farm livelihood programs are carried by many SHGs, and non-farm livelihood programs are also run by many SHGs. That is fisheries, horticulture, fish farming is there. Then goat rearing products in Bihar. Then lemongrass farming, knitting, livelihoods through Tassar silk. That is Jharkhand. They are working on that. When photocopier shop, cattle rearing and farming in Mizoram it is seen, dairy farm and in Thrissur district in Kerala state, hiring center, that is agriculture equipments hiring to the people. This has been working, they are working in Khumman district. Again, non-farm livelihood activities are there, which are conducted by many SHG groups in India, where clothing enterprises there, where it is run in the Punjab by the SHGs. Then applic craft, which is run in the Odisha. Then production and sale of banana fiber, that is making best out of waste, we can say, in Lakhimpur, that is in UP, Uttar Pradesh, they are working. Transport business is also women SHG women groups are doing in Madhya Pradesh. Then crafts of making grass products, which is being done in the Jammu Kashmir. Then production and sale of soft toys, North Goa, district Goa. Likewise, we can quote so many examples here. Many SHGs, which are specifically 90% SHGs of women, they are working. And through these SHGs, they are earning money because they are linked with bank. Banks are supporting them on large scale with a very minimum rate of interest. So they can avail that loan. They can take it for their some entrepreneurship or some self-employment and all. So through all these things, these women are becoming self-empowered. Empowered. That is specifically as they become economically empowered. Along with that, through meetings and training and skills and all, they are becoming aware regarding all their rights and their responsibilities and the things which are happening around them through many training programs and workshops. So they are becoming politically empowered, socially empowered, and psychologically empowered. So SHG has a very great role in empowering the women. Specifically, these women come from the rural area, from suburban area. So as when we say that is India is a 75 to 80% India lives in the villages, as Mahatma Gandhi used to say that villages represent India. So if we would like to take ahead our nation ahead, really we need to empower our villages, and villages would be empowered through SHGs. And again, these SHGs, if they are monitored and run by the women, definitely, because it is seen that women work very sincerely. Doesn't mean that men doesn't work, but women, this is the experience also of many banks and all regarding the economic financial repayment and all. So if it is run by the women and they are given equal opportunity, they are given proper training, proper education, because problems we have seen, whatever problems are there, we can say those points are only can be taken for the taken as a solution. What were the problems as for women running? We have seen that. So these problems, if we try to remove those problems, definitely these SHGs will become more empowered. That is, women should be, so educational status of women should be increased. So even today, बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, इतना कह के कुछ नहीं होगा. हर दीवार पे बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ लिखा है, कोई भी गाड़ी यहाँ उधर आती जाती दिखती है तो वहां लिखा हुआ है. ये सिर्फ स्लोगन्स लिख के कुछ नहीं होगा. We need to work on that. So every girl from a family, from a village, in a village, should get a proper education, and that too quality education, which is the fourth SDG. Only education is not important. Quality education is important, on which we know as NAC is there, then UGC is there, HRD ministry, they are focusing on this, and even the sustainable development goals, fourth goal is there. There is a quality education should be there. So if we want to make our SHGs more empowered, then educational status of women should be empowered. Every girl should be involved or in the education process. No girl should be left behind or kept aside from the education, because dropout rate of girls in the education system right from preschool to higher education is higher. If IISHE report also, if it is seen, we see that even in higher education and right from the preschool it is seen. So we should work on this. Then other things, I mean, even technical knowledge, vocational training should be given to the women. So basically education, I feel, is that if women are learned, if they are educated, they will run these SHGs very regularly and very promptly and with the quality base. And through that, they will emerge with some big entrepreneurship, which will help them along with the family and the nation. So self-help groups are very important assets for women empowerment, we can say. And every person, I mean, even if we, the persons who are here, even if they are not involved with any SHG, they should take out some time and see how these SHGs are working and in which way we can help these people and support them. And even some group of women, if they come forward and if we support them with some education, with training and skill, definitely they will come forward with some impactful outcome. And this is the responsibility of we people, as we say ourselves that we are learned, we are working on this post and that post. So as an educational system, educational organization or institution, we also can play a very important role in promoting and in empowering these SHGs for empowerment of women. That's all. Thank you.
Wait a while, ma'am. Sorry. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. कर्तव्यों संग नारी भर रही है उड़ान, ना कोई शिकायत, ना कोई थकान. Empowering women through SHG is really a promising approach. SHG really help women to be self-reliant. It help in women's sustainable development. It really empower women. And yes, we can say that it is one of the fruitful pathway to women's social, economical, political, psychological empowerment as well. We rarely get such kind of opportunity to listen to the words of a great knowledgeable speaker like you, ma'am. I must mention here that it was the speech touching almost all the important aspects of today's webinar topic, and it will be a great pleasure for us to listen to you again in our future events. Thank you so much once again, ma'am. Now, moving further, I request Dr. S.M. Varkad, sir, Principal of Sri Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, Rajura, to deliver his presidential speech. Over to you, Varkad, sir. Hello? Sir, you are muted. Varkad, sir, kindly unmute yourself. Varkad, sir, you are muted. Kindly unmute yourself. Dr. Deshmukh, kindly unmute Varkad, sir.
Okay, okay.
Maybe some technical problem over there. Dr. Deshmukh?
हाँ मैडम चालेल त्यांचं क्लियर आहे.
His voice is not coming, sir.
Hello.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible now. Please proceed.
Yes, yes. Sorry, Deshmukh sir. Actually, some internet problem was there. I was disconnected, and later on I connected here. Okay. Today, Department of Home Economics of our college, Sri Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, has very successfully organized this national webinar on very important topics: self-help group and empowerment of women. At the beginning, at the outset, let me welcome and congratulate today's resource person, very efficient, very hardworking, very dedicated amongst all the principals of our nation, Dr. Savita Sete ma'am, principal of Mahila Arts College, Bid. And today's department, we have organized this webinar. Head of the department, Dr. Vanita Vanjari, our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Mallesh Reddy, Dr. Sanjay Shende, our vice principal, Dr. Rajesh Khirani, Suvarna Nalge, and all the participants who have joined this national webinar on the topic of women empowerment with the help of self-help group. At the outset, I will congratulate all the team who have taken much efforts for organizing this webinar. And in addition to it, the way in which Savita madam had talked on different aspects of SS group and at the same time women empowerment. What are the hurdles and how women empowerment is necessary in comparison to men empowerment? Actually, how they are empowered and what they have done of their economy or family problem is created not by women but by men, and how it is important to encourage the women, to help the women financially and on different aspects that is described in detail by today's resource person, Dr. Savita Sete ma'am. majority of our women here today joined, and our girl students are also joined. And majority of them I have seen on the participants group are from the Marathi background. That's why a few words I'll speak on this topic in Marathi also, so that the benefit will be given to the maximum students. आज जो काही आपण हे जो वेबिनार आयोजित केला, सविता शेट्टे मॅडम यांना कदाचित आपण कमी ओळखता, परंतु आम्ही प्राचार्य जो ग्रुप आहे, मी 2009 पासून शेट्टे मॅडमना फार जवळून अभ्यासलेला आहे, अनुभवलेला आहे, आणि त्यांच्यामध्ये जे पोटेन्शियल आहे, जी एनर्जी आहे, जो विल पॉवर आहे, हे गॉडने फार कमी लोकांना असं दिलेलं असतं. ते इनबॉर्न टॅलेंट त्यांचं जे आहे ते जे आम्ही अनुभवत आहोत. कुठलाही टॉपिक असो, तो अकॅडमिक्स फील्डचा असेल, सोशल फील्डचा असेल, अंधश्रद्धेच्या बाबतीमध्ये असेल, समाजाच्या कल्याणाबद्दल सोशल वेलफेअर डिपार्टमेंटच्या बाबतीत त्यांनी केलेलं काम आहे, असे फार कमी आहेत. मी असं म्हणाल तर एक एक्झॅगरेशन होणार नाही की सविता शेट्टे मॅडम हे महाराष्ट्राचेच नव्हे तर एक भारताचं शान आहे, भूषण आहेत. ज्या पद्धतीनं ते कामाला सुरुवात केलेली आहे, एक नाही हजारो टॉक्स त्यांनी दिलेले आहेत. मी त्यांना पुण्याची कॉन्फरन्स असेल, कोल्हापूरची प्राचार्य फोरमची कॉन्फरन्स असेल, परभणीची असेल, चंद्रपूरची असेल, बऱ्याचशा प्राचार्य फोरमच्या कॉन्फरन्सेसमध्ये मॅडमची भेट झाली, आणि आम्ही सुद्धा बऱ्याच वेळा चर्चा करायचो की किती प्रचंड प्रमाणामध्ये मॅडम मेहनत घेत आहे, आणि आपल्याला जे काही टॅलेंट मिळालेलं आहे हे टॅलेंट लोकांपर्यंत कसं पोहोचवायचं या बाबतीमध्ये सगळ्यात मोठं जर कोणी काम केलं असेल तर आजचे जे रिसोर्स पर्सन आहेत, प्रिन्सिपल डॉक्टर सविता शेट्टे मॅडम यांनी केलेलं आहे, आणि ते अजूनही करत आहेत. आणि निश्चितच त्यांचं जे काही लाईफ आहे हे विमेनच्या एम्पॉवरमेंटसाठी, लोकांच्या जनतेच्या भल्यासाठी त्यांनी समर्पित केलेलं आहे की काय, अशा पद्धतीचं काम त्यांच्या कर्तृत्वातून आपल्याला दिसतं. मॅडमनी जे काही आज आपल्याला इंट्रोडक्शन मध्ये घोंगाडे मॅडमने सांगितलेलं आहे की अंधश्रद्धेच्या बाबतीमध्ये एवढं मोठं काम केलेलं आहे. मोठ्या प्रमाणामध्ये अंधश्रद्धेला आज विमेन आणि चिल्ड्रेन हे बळी पडत आहेत, आणि जरा मानसिकता अशी आहे की पुरुषापेक्षा महिला अशा प्रकारच्या अंधश्रद्धेला लवकर बळी पडत असतात, आणि कुठेतरी बाबा आपला प्रॉब्लेम असेल का माणूस अंधश्रद्धेकडे वळतो. परंतु ह्या प्रॉब्लेम हे कॉमन फिनॉमिन आहे, सगळ्यालाच प्रॉब्लेम असतात, आणि कुठल्या बुवाबाजीनं वगैरे ते कमी होत नसतात. याबद्दल खूप मोठं काम मॅडमने केलेलं आहे. त्याचबरोबर विमेन एम्पॉवरमेंटच्या बाबतीमध्ये जे आज मॅडम बोललेले आहे ते सोशल एम्पॉवरमेंट असेल, विमेनचं इकॉनॉमिकल एम्पॉवरमेंट असेल, पॉलिटिकल एम्पॉवरमेंट असेल, बरेचशा आस्पेक्ट्स या एम्पॉवरमेंटच्या जे मॅडमने बोललेलं आहे, खरं तरी आपल्याला लक्षात यायला पाहिजे, हजारो वर्षाचं पॅट्रिआर्कियल सोसायटी जी इंडियामधली आहे, त्या पॅट्रिआर्कियल सोसायटी, पुरुष प्रधान संस्कृतीमध्ये पुरुषांनी समाजाची, कुटुंबाची, देशाची काय वाट लावलेली आहे, किती वेशनाधीन झालेला आहे, आणि त्यांच्याकडे आलेला पैसा कुठं चुकीच्या मार्गाने जातो आहे हे आता समाजाला वेगळं सांगण्याची गरज नाही. परंतु हीच जर जबाबदारी महिलांना दिली, कुटुंबाचा प्रमुख, हेड ऑफ द फॅमिली म्हणून जर आपण एखाद्या महिलेकडे जबाबदारी दिली तर ती किती ज्युडिशियसली, किती चांगल्या पद्धतीनं, किती समर्पक, आवश्यक तिथेच पैशाचा खर्च करून आपल्याकडे पैसा कसा वाचून ठेवता येईल जेणेकरून भविष्यामध्ये हे आपल्या कामाला येईल, आपल्या पुढच्या पिढीला, आपल्या मुलामुलींना कामाला येईल, या पद्धतीचे नियोजन पुरुषापेक्षा महिला या 1000 पटीनं चांगले करतात, आणि हे करत असल्याचं सिद्ध करून दाखवलंय. एक नाही करोडो सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स जे निर्माण केलेले आहे, ऍक्च्युली हे बांगलादेश मधून मोहम्मद युनुस साहेब नोबेल अवॉर्ड वगैरे मिळालं, यांनीही ज्या पद्धतीने या देशाला पिकअप करून पुढे डेव्हलप केलं, अशाच पद्धतीचं काम आपल्या पण देशामध्ये सुरू झालेलं आहे. बऱ्याचशा स्कीम्स ह्या फेल्युअर होतात, बऱ्याचशा लुटल्या जातात, बऱ्याचशा काही त्याचा गैरवापर केला जातो. परंतु हे जे सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुपचे जे आपण पाहत आहोत, स्वयंसहायता, आपण आपली स्वतःची सहायता करायची, आपल्यातून जो निडी आहे त्याला ती मदत करायची आणि त्याला अपलिफ्ट करायचं. जे मॅडमने आता जे उदाहरण तुम्हाला सांगितलं, कितीतरी वेगवेगळ्या ट्रान्सपोर्ट सारख्या सेक्टरमध्ये सुद्धा महिला पुढे आलेल्या आहेत. मोबाईल सर्व्हिसेस असेल, लाईव्हलीहुडच्या असतील, ऍग्रिकल्चर फार्मिंग असेल, फिश फार्मिंग असेल, कितीतरी सिल्कचे उद्योग आहे, फोटोकॉपियरचे असेल, ऍग्रिकल्चर इक्विपमेंट सेलिंग करण्यामध्ये असेल, क्लॉथिंगचे असेल, फ्रुट्सचे असेल, कितीतरी मॅडमने जे उदाहरण ऍक्च्युली मॅडमच्या भाषणामधनं किती मोठा एरिया कव्हर केलं हे सांगणं कठीण आहे. एवढंही असून सुरुवात ते शेवटपर्यंत कंटिन्युअस एनर्जी आपली टिकून आहे. कुठे असं वाटलं नाही की बाबा बोलून 1 तास 1.5 तास झालं तरी मॅडम कुठे थकले आहेत, अशा पद्धतीचं नाही. मॅडमचं भाषण हेच विमेन किती एम्पॉवर होऊ शकतं हे सिद्ध करून दाखवतं. मॅडमचा आदर्श आपण सगळ्या महिलांनी घ्यायला पाहिजे. आपण सुद्धा एक चांगले वक्ते म्हणून समाजाच्या कामामध्ये आपल्याला मॅडमने सिंहाचा वाटा घेतला असेल, आपण खारीचा तरी वाटा निश्चित उचलूया. आणि हा जो काही विषय आहे, हा विषय खऱ्या अर्थानं अजून डेव्हलप व्हायला पाहिजे. अजूनही समाजामध्ये बरेचशा नेडी महिला आहेत. आपण पब्लिक प्लेसेस मध्ये पहा, रेल्वे स्टेशनवर पाहतोय, बस स्टँडवर वगैरे पाहतो की निराधार महिला आहेत. कुठल्या वयामधल्या निराधार महिला आहेत? आज 70-80ला पोहोचलेल्या महिला, ज्यांनी स्वतःच्या मुलाला डॉक्टर, इंजिनियर वगैरे केलेलं आहे, या लोकांनी अशा वयस्कर महिलांना सोडून दिला. हे तर दुर्दैव आहे. महाराष्ट्रासारख्या स्टेट्स मध्ये सुद्धा हे पिक्चर बघायला मिळतं. याच्याकडे बघून कीव येतं की बाबा या समाजाचं ऋण समाजाने फेडायचं म्हणतो, परंतु स्वतःच्या मुलामुलींनी समाजाचं ऋण सोडा, कुटुंबाचं ऋण सोडा, पण जन्म देणाऱ्या आईची सुद्धा व्यवस्था करत नाही. परवा दिवशी मी नांदेडच्या रेल्वे स्टेशनला पहाटे 5 वाजता पाहतोय, 80 वर्षाची म्हातारी रडत आहे. मला काय झालं आजी, काय झालं, काही बोलायला तयार नाही. प्रत्येकाचे हात जोडते आहे. माझ्या नातींना भेटायचं. अजूनही नाती, मुलं मुली याच्यातच या म्हातारीचा 80 वर्ष 90 वर्षामध्ये ही जीव आहे. परंतु घरच्या लोकांनी सुद्धा तेवढी केअर करणं आवश्यक आहे. कोणतर तिला चहा देतं, बिस्किट दिलं म्हणजे तिचा प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह झाला असं नाही. मॅडमने सांगितलं की बेटी बचाव हे करू, तिथून बोलण्याला काही अर्थ नाही. लेट अस स्टार्ट, लेट अस ऍक्ट. आता कुठेतरी एक सुरुवात झाली पाहिजे. प्रत्येकाने आपल्यापासून सुरुवात करावं आणि निश्चितच एका दिवशी आपण जर या बाबतीमध्ये अजून जर पुढचे स्टेप देऊन कामं केलं तर विमेन हे खऱ्या अर्थाने एम्पॉवर होईल. ऍक्च्युली विमेन एम्पायर का होत नाही, की पॉवरफुल का होत नाही, याच्याबद्दल जे आपण म्हणतोय की एक फेमस स्टेटमेंट आहे विमेन बद्दलचं, विमेन इज नॉट बॉर्न बट सी इज मेड. Actually, she is made and she is fixed into a particular frame. Out of that frame, she is not allowed to go. म्हणजे हे कोण बनवलेलं आहे? सगळं आपल्या समाजाच्या सिस्टमनं हेतू पुरस्सर मुद्दामहून काही स्वार्थ साधण्यासाठी निर्माण केलेली ही सिस्टम आहे. ऍक्च्युली व्यासाच्या टाइमचं असेल, हजारो वर्षाच्या पूर्वी इंडियन विमेन वॉज व्हेरी स्ट्रॉंग. शी वॉज द हेड ऑफ द फॅमिली. दिस वॉज व्हेरी फेमस time in which the women was really empowered. But later on, purposefully, intentionally, a different shrewd planning was created, and the father become the head of the family, and later on we see the condition of family after thousands of years. मित्रांनो, भारत ही मातृसत्ताक सिस्टमचा देश होता. केरळामध्ये सुद्धा काही मातृसत्ताक सिस्टम होती. त्या स्टेटचं डेव्हलपमेंट झालं. आपण आहा साळुंकेचे जर पुस्तकं 2 वाचले की महाभारतातील स्त्रिया भाग 1 आणि महाभारतातील स्त्रिया भाग 2, म्हणजे कशा पद्धतीने स्त्रियांचं खच्चीकरण केलं गेलं, स्त्रियांकडचे पॉवर कमी करण्यात आलं. आणि आता मॅडमने कितीतरी वेळा उल्लेख केला 7-12 नाव, 7-12 अधिकार, प्रॉपर्टी आमच्याकडे नाही आहे. परंतु हे लक्षात ठेवा, ज्या विमेनकडे स्वतःचे अर्निंग सोर्सेस आहेत ते विमेन खऱ्या अर्थानं अन्यायाच्या विरोधात उभं राहू शकते. आजही इंडियन सोशल सिस्टम अशी आहे जिच्याकडे इन्कमचा सोर्स नाही, तिच्या लाईव्हलीहूडसाठी 2 टाइमच्या जेवणासाठी दारू पिणाऱ्या पतीवर तिला डिपेंड व्हावं लागत असेल तर कसे का असे ना, दारू पित असेल, चुकीचे कामं करत असेल तरी परंतु तोच काहीतरी 500-200 रुपये घरी आणतो. म्हणून मजबूर होऊन त्याचं सगळं काही ऍक्सेप्ट करावं लागतं. हे 90% विमेनचं इंडियामध्ये दुर्दैव आहे. आणि ज्या विमेन स्वतःच्या पायावर उभं राहते त्यांचं मान सन्मान आहे. घरच्या लोकांना माहित आहे की आपण काही त्रास दिला, काही म्हटलं वगैरे तर ती इंडिपेंडंट आहे. हे डिपेंडंट जेवढे विमेन आहे, डिपेंडन्सी जिथे आहे तिथे खऱ्या अर्थानं ते व्हिक्टिमाइज होत आहेत, बळी पडत आहेत. आणि खऱ्या अर्थानं त्यांना इंडिपेंडंट करायचं असेल, स्वतःच्या पायावर उभं करायचं असेल, कोणी वरचा स्वर्गातनं इकडं तिकडनं कुठूनही कोणी येणार नाही. एकमेकाला हेल्प करा. सेल्फ हेल्प हे जे टायटल जसं आहे, ज्यांच्याकडे आहे त्यांनी नाही त्याला थोडीशी मदत करावी. काही दिवसांनी ते स्ट्रॉंग झाल्याच्या नंतर तुम्ही दिलेली मदत ते परत करतील. हा एकमेव मार्ग आहे. थेंबे तळे साचे जसं म्हणतोय आपण, छोटे छोटे एंटरप्रिनरशिप ज्या आहेत याच्यातनं ह्या विमेन स्ट्रॉंग होतील. आपण बघतो की बरेचसे साधं व्हेजिटेबल शॉप जरी लावलेलं असेल तर त्याच्यात ती रोजचे 500-800 रुपये जरी कमवत असेल, पुरुषांनी 800 कमवले तर घरी 400 आणतो, महिलांनी 800 कमवलं तर 800तल्या 800 ते घरी येतात. म्हणून हे जो आहे अर्थव्यवस्थेची खरी मास्टर की जर कोणाकडे द्यायला पाहिजे तर ती महिलेकडे द्यायला पाहिजे आणि याची सुरुवात प्रत्येक घरात व्हावी. आज आम्ही पाहतो, आम्ही जरी पुरुष प्रधान संस्कृती म्हणतो, आम्ही आपले घर बघतो, पिक्चर बघतो, सगळंच बघतो. आजही असं वाटतं की माझ्याकडे येणारा 1 लाख पगाराचं तर हेच 1 लाख पगार जर मॅडमकडे दिलं तर ते जास्त पैसा वाचेल. परंतु आमच्याकडे असेल तर सोशल टच आमचे जास्त आहे, कदाचित फ्रेंड सर्कल जास्त असेल, याने आला त्याला दिलं, याला दिलं आणि शेवटी 1 लाखातले 25,000 उरत असेल. तेच महिलांच्या हातात जर ही चाबी दिली तर 1 लाखातले 90,000 उरतील आणि ते योग्य ठिकाणी जातील, याचा मला पूर्ण विश्वास आहे. आणि ही जी सिस्टम आहे ह्या सिस्टमला चांगलं एम्पॉवर करावं, महिलांचं एम्पॉवरमेंट व्हावं, या आपण चांगल्या हेतूकरिता जो आज एक मार्गदर्शन आयोजित केलं, मॅडमने खूप चांगल्या पद्धतीचं मार्गदर्शन केलेलं आहे. मॅडमचा जो आवाका आहे, एरिया बराच मोठा आहे, तरी परंतु पुन्हा आपण वेगवेगळ्या विषयाच्या माध्यमातून मॅडमला बोलावं. ह्या सगळ्या मधून आपण थोडंसं कोरोनाच्या फायनल स्टेज मध्ये आहोत किंवा अजून पुन्हा कोरोना येतो की काही आपल्याला माहित नाही, पण जेव्हा केव्हा वातावरण सुरक्षित होईल तर तेव्हा मात्र सविता शेट्टी मॅडमना मी ऑनलाईन याच्यातनच आजच तुम्हाला मॅडम मी इन्व्हाइट करतो आहे की चंद्रपूर हा मागास जिल्हा आहे. आमच्याकडे सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुपमध्ये जिल्हा मध्यवर्ती बँकेने बरंच मोठं काम केलेलं आहे, पण तुमच्यासारख्या एवढं एनर्जेटिक पर्सनॅलिटी आमच्याकडे येऊन प्रत्यक्ष जर आमच्या स्टुडंट्सला ही जर तुम्ही माहिती द्याल तर त्या ज्या मोटिवेट होतील, निश्चित हजारो महिला ह्याच्यातनं आपल्या वक्तव्यातनं आपल्या मार्गदर्शनानं तयार होतील आणि ते आपल्यावर पायावर निश्चितपणे सक्षमपणे उभ्या राहतील याचा आम्हाला पूर्ण विश्वास आहे. नंतर आपण एखाद्या वेळा मॅडमला वेगवेगळ्या डिपार्टमेंटच्या कॉलेजच्या माध्यमातून आपण निश्चित बोलूया. चांगलं मार्गदर्शन मॅडमने केलं आहे. मॅडमचे आभार जेवढे मला नावे तेवढे आपण शब्दामध्ये व्यक्त करू शकत नाहीये. चांगला जो प्रोग्राम इथे आज वेबिनार आयोजित केला, वंजारी मॅडम असतील, बोंगाडे मॅडम आहेत किंवा सुवर्णा वगैरे आहे, सारिका मॅडम, सगळ्यांनी आपण सहकार्य करून मॅडम आणि हे सगळं वेबिनार साठी खूप मोठं योगदान दिलेलं आहे. आपल्या सगळ्यांचा आभार मानतो आणि थांबतो. धन्यवाद. Swarna.
Thank you, sir. Really, sir, we have here as a speaker of today's national webinar such a great personality in the field of education and in social field as well. Thank you so much, sir. Your words of wisdom always inspire us to organize such wonderful programs. Having listening to the wonderful speech delivered by respected Dr. Savita Shetty ma'am on the role of SHG in women empowerment, we have now come to the end of this webinar, that is vote of thanks. And for that, I request Dr. Sarika Sabe ma'am, librarian of Sri Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, to propose vote of thanks. Over to you, Sabe ma'am.
Thank you, Nalge ma'am. Today's national webinar on the topic self-help group and women empowerment. First of all, I would like to thank our chairperson and our principal of our college, Dr. S.M. Warkar sir. He helped. How can SHG help? SHG group help women, and how economically women should empower himself. Sir always motivate us on his talk. Thank you very much, sir. On the behalf of home economics department and myself, thank you very much. Today's speaker, Dr. Savita Shetty madam, Principal Mahila Kala Mahavidyalaya, Bid. I hope today's informative talk help our students if they want to start SHG group with the help of and start a small scale business. As we know, everyone can't get government job and each and every woman can't go away from home for work. So how SHG help them to start work from home, hometown and villages? With the help of SHG, women can upgrade their social, economical, political, and psychological. On the madam's talk, I just say, women are angels, and when someone breaks our wings, we simply continue to fly on a broomstick. We are flexible like that. Thank you very much, madam, for such a wonderful talk. Thank you very much. I like to thank our IQSC coordinator, Dr. Mallesh Reddy, our vice principal, Dr. Rajesh Kherani sir, today's webinar organizer, Dr. Vanita Vanzari madam, to organize such a wonderful topic for our girl students. Thank you very much, madam. I would like to thank Dr. Chetana Bongade madam, head of the department, who gave us madam introduction. Thank you very much, madam. And Suvarna Nalge ma'am, assistant professor of Department of Chemistry, who she wonderfully anchoring today's webinar. Thank you, Suvarna madam. The organizing committee, teaching or non-teaching staff, and today's webinar, all staff members, students who join us online and YouTube link. Thank you all for today's webinar. I would like to request you all stand up for the national anthem. Today's webinar will be concluded on the national anthem. I would like to request you all to stand up for the national anthem at your place.
Sound.
Is there any problem, ma'am?
Hello. 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 हॅलो. हॅलो.
Yes, ma'am.
आवाज नाही येत सर ना?
येतो आहे ना. प्रॉब्लेम असेल तर मी करते सुरू इकडे.
हा चालू करा.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to conclude this national webinar with national anthem. Please stand at your place in the honor of national anthem. Thank you all for participating in today's webinar. We hope to see you again next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Varkad sir, Vanjari madam.
Thank you, madam. Shande madam, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Varkad sir, thanks a lot. तुम्ही म्यूट आहात.
सर माहित नव्हते.
माईक सुरू करा तुमचा.
हा माईक सुरू केला मॅडम. बऱ्याच वर्षानंतर ऑनलाईन मध्ये भेट झाली तुमची.
हो.
छान वाटलं. आणि बऱ्याचशा वेळा मॅडम सगळे आमचे विदर्भातले प्राचार्य नाही का जेव्हा केव्हा मीटिंग होत असतात तेव्हा तुमची आठवण करत असतात सर्व. आहे तुम्ही ज्या पद्धतीने स्वतःला तयार केलेलं आहे खरंच अप्रिशिएट करण्यासारखं आहे.